Hi guys, and welcome back to UX Clicks.
This is part 2 of 12 questions to ask yourself when you're designing your UX portfolio. We've got questions 5 to 8. Question number 5. What problem is my project trying to solve? This is a really important question and something you should always aim to answer when looking through your portfolio. It's a great way to start any case studies. If we look here at Shuli's portfolio, you'll see that she has set up a bit of background and is defining the problem before going into the details of the project. Here she says the problem: a large majority of users come to MailChimp's homepage and jumped immediately to other pages. Meanwhile, many users are unaware of other marketing automations and new features. Our dashboard did not address our users' biggest need, which is to take immediate action to improve their business. Which is great, so it's clearly defining what her team was tasked with when beginning this project. Next example here, again Simon Pan, awesome bit of copywriting here, perfecting the pickup. You don't even really need to go into reading the actual paragraph there, you kind of have some clear idea of what it is already by the really tight together headline. But to look at the detail, he says here, in 2012, tapping a button to Uber across the city felt magical. By the start of 2016, this magic receded to a slew of disparate features that made the experience slow and complex to use. I was part of an ambitious project to redesign the Uber pickup experience for the fastest growing startup in history. Some really great tight copywriting there, which is a great example which could be used for your own case studies. Here's another example, John Robb, titled Timekeeping. Great headline already, you have some understanding what this project is about. He goes on to say, Kronos approached our team of 3, Kelsey, Nick and I, with a problem. Although timekeeping technology has gone through significant advancements over the last few decades, employees still punch in and out incorrectly. To alleviate this, Kronos wanted us to explore using gamification and user-centered design to change employee behaviors, therefore reducing the amount of time and money spent managing exceptions. Here you can also see that he uses some great little doodles and illustrations to help share what this paragraph is about visually. Question number 6. How did my work help the business? This is a really important question, as let's not forget it's the business that will be hiring you.
Many UX designers think a lot about the users, but totally forget about the business needs. Remember, it's about both. So, if you show in your portfolio that you care about users and business goals, you will definitely appeal to the business owner who is reviewing your portfolio. Just clearly describe those goals when talking about any given project in your portfolio. For example, I was hired to improve subscription on the page. I was hired to increase app downloads or to improve the sales. Or maybe I was hired to increase conversion. Whatever it is, if you want to capture the attention of the business owner, make sure you include it in your case study.
Question number 7. How do I capture my audience? There is no better way to capture an audience than to tell a story. Nothing communicates better than a story. Here's a great example of somebody doing that.
Daniel here has got the fantastic example of how to tell a story in your online portfolio. So let's have a look at his case study on one of the projects that he's been working on. Here we can see obviously the final outcome and some information about the actual project. Also, he makes it easier for people looking at his portfolio by summarizing the problem and the actual solution and giving a bit of feedback from the actual product manager. But then if we are really interested, we can have a look at detailed background and the whole of the journey that he is taking us on to discover the final solution. So he's talking about who we are, the actual application form and the problem they had with it. He also includes the existing solutions that they're using. And then he goes on and talking about the discovery, so the whole of the process of how he was understanding the problem and creating personas. So you can see a lot of interesting information, some task analysis, pain points, which is quite important. Now, really good thing and something that we do quite often is taking photos of different sessions that we have with users and stakeholders, because they are fantastic addition to our case studies and portfolios. Yeah, so he obviously covers lots of details in his portfolio, so I'm not gonna go through all of it, but you can go and check it out by yourself, and then pick the ones that mostly match your style of working.
Question number 8. How should I structure my portfolio? Wireframe before design. Always plan out what you're going to do and consider the page. Think about templates, the structure, where your navigation is going to be placed.
One of the biggest mistakes people will make is designing on the go within the template. Much better approach could be to start with simple sketches in a notebook. Here is the example of how I would design a case study for my portfolio. Once you've done that and you're happy with the elements and the structure, you can create a slightly higher fidelity wireframes using, for example, Sketch or any other tool that you like, where you can think about nicely put out layouts, images, fonts, and so on. And you can also think about different devices that you'll be using. So you can think how your portfolio will present on tablet or mobile phones.
And working this way, planning, thinking about the structure and layout in Wireframe and through sketching will save you a ton of time when it comes to selecting your portfolio template that you want to use. You'll be able to find something that's more in line with what you actually wanted to do, rather than being limited by a choice that you haven't thought through. That's it. That's the end of part 2, where we answered questions 5 to 8 of 12 questions to ask yourself when you're designing your UX portfolio.
If you still have some questions, please comment below. And if you like this video, please subscribe to our channel UX Clicks, and we'll see you in the next video.